And now your next bout, 3 5-minute rounds in the UAE Warriors welterweight division. Please welcome from the blue corner representing Russia, Magomed Magomedov. And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner and representing Kazakhstan, Mahir Mamedov. Division. Introducing first the fighter on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a wrestler, standing 5'9" tall, weighing in at 170.2 pounds. His record, undefeated, 5 wins and 0 defeats. Fighting out of Kazakhstan, Russia, Magomed Magomedov. And now his opponent, standing across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He is a striker, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. His record, an impressive 19 wins, only 1 defeat. Fighting out of Almaty, Kazakhstan, Mахир Mамедов. And your referee when the cage door closes, Mark Goddard.
As Cyrus just said, a great matchup between Mamir Magomedov with a 19-1 record, Mamedov versus Magomedov, who's an undefeated 5-0 fighter. 5-0, an amazing record, but a big step up against a 19-1 experience. And what a fight we're looking forward to here. Striker versus wrestler.
What a great fight, Oli. I'm very excited for this one. 2 beasts colliding in the cage tonight.
Of course, we know the background, we know the gym that Magomedov comes out of. He comes out of that famed Eagles group and training with champions, right? I mean, goes a long ways. Daniel, you know, iron sharpens iron, and in this case, Magomedov is in there with some of the best. But we talk about that 19-1 record, and that's nothing to sneeze at, Oli. I mean, to get to that point, you run through a lot of fighters. That's not easy to do, and Kazakhstan is really a low-key hotbed, man. There's a lot of great talent coming out of this.
So much talent in Kazakhstan. I've had a few training partners from Kazakhstan, and there's not one that's a pushover in any way or shape or form, and some great wrestling over there as well.
Yeah, they're great in the grappling aspect, you can see.
A great start here from Magomedov, who's looking to make a statement, beating, if he does pull off the victory versus 19-1 Mamir Mamedov.
I believe these 2 gentlemen, guys, they got amazing grappling. So it's hard to know what's going to happen.
Well, interestingly, Kazakhstan, although known for great grapplers, has a great Olympic boxing team as well. Their amateur boxing is phenomenal.
I think, you know, the interesting thing is you look up and down the record here of Mahir Mamedov, and he got a lot of his fights in a show called Alash Pride, which is there in Kazakhstan, kind of a regional promotion. He goes up to Octagon, which is a great international promotion, and gets to win round 3 with kicks, gets the TKO over a tough guy and a 5-1 athlete there in Addis Ulu. But this is a massive step up, period, point blank, period. And we see a lot of guys that run through their region and run off 15, 20 wins. But when you get up to the type of level that Magomedov is on, I mean, everything can change, and you can see it instantly, right?
100%. And the numbers are very impressive, but we have to look at the names as well. Sometimes you can rack up 20 wins, and it's very impressive. But until you step in there with a true talent like he's got here in Magomedov, we don't really know what you're about entirely. So at the moment, you're a great prospect, and we're going to see here what he's made of.
Without a doubt, and it is Magomedov coming off of a win at Brave Combat Federation where you got a unanimous decision victory over Jan Lisey, who was a 4-0 fighter as well at the time.
Yeah, so far, guys, Magomedov is just putting pressure on the grappling. He's showing a little, he's being a little superior on the grappling aspect. He got the hooks in the back. It's like he's showing a little more domination on the grappling.
Looks like he's attacking the choke.
That's right, and I like how Magomedov is throwing punches in order to signal the choke. Maybe he got it. Maybe he got it, guys.
Very close. That
right
was.
Across the chin, not quite underneath the chin yet there for Magomed Magomedov, but could it be an inevitable fate for Mahir Mamedov? 90 seconds left here in round one. That's going to seem like an eternity in a position like this. He's got to turn. He's got to get out of here. Daniel, do you see any ways out?
I think he should try to defend himself first. Protect the neck, protect the punches, and that's the problem. Sometimes you try just to get out. Anyways, you give your neck, you give opportunities for your opponent. This is the time you should try to keep calm and use pure technique, no emotions. And he's doing that well, actually. He's been very conscious on.
Yeah, he's certainly playing the game very, very well right now, Daniel. Obviously fighting off the submission attempts by Magomed Magomedov.
I think both guys are doing a great job, attacking and defending.
UAE Warriors 24 right here from the Jiu-Jitsu Arena, the famous Jiu-Jitsu Arena. There's been a lot of events here over the years. UAE Warriors is called at home. It's been under one or two different names throughout the years, but right now the Jiu-Jitsu Arena, and how fitting that it should be, as there's a lot of jiu-jitsu going on in this place on a daily basis, Daniel. I mean,
That's
you guys
beautiful.
are teaching classes, you're having competitions. I mean, it all happens in this arena.
Everything, man, such a blast. Like, and you see how beautiful this event looked tonight, man. How they set up, how they staff. Like, I need to congrats everyone for this.
No doubt. It is really state-of-the-art event here, top of the line. And there's a reason why Ole Thompson is here as well, signed on to fight and signed on to work on commentaries, because this is one of the best, man.
Yeah, very happy to be here. Love coming back, and they know that, whether it's in terms of fighting or just being here on the broadcast table with you guys. I love it.
So we got another VIP in the house, a Hall of Famer. Rodrigo Nogueira Minotauro is in the house tonight, man. They just keep on coming here at UAE Warriors 24 as we look into the corner of Magomed Magomedov, trying to walk him through this fight. Already looking fantastic. He just kind of has to keep doing what he is doing. And if he does that, it's going to be no problem whatsoever for Magomedov. He will be looking to stay undefeated. As we take a look at the replay brought to you by the Abu Dhabi Tourism Board. It was one-way traffic. Well done by Magomed Magomedov.
Yeah,
we go into round number two.
Took care of the actions, put pressure, control on the ground. He showed to be a better grappler, but let's see what's Mamedov gonna bring to the second round. He needs to be more aggressive.
Yeah, he has to respond here. He has to respond. Round two underway here. Mamedov and Magomedov coming out of the blue corner there in the black trunks. That is Magomedov. In the red, that is Mamedov. And right away, no surprise, Magomedov going straight for that shot. And he is going to get that takedown, and I don't suspect he's going to give that up anytime soon. Bad place to be, deja vu there for Mahir.
Once again, guys, Magomedov is showing superior on the ground, on the grappling. So he just find a way to. That's the perfect tool for this fight.
So far tonight in the jiu-jitsu arena, we've seen grappling be the dominating force in a lot of the fights.
Yeah.
I think all but one of the fights have all been dominated by the superior grappler. And let's see what we get in the last 5 fights of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot more to this game. And we have some great strikers on the way. So look out for that, folks, as we continue to go through this card. I want to thank everybody, all of our new viewers here on UFC Fight Pass. An absolute pleasure to be a part of the Fight Pass family with so many great organizations from around the world. And as Magomed Magomedov continues to dictate this fight and control this fight, really top-tier welterweight here going forward. Mick Maynard in the audience from the UFC, so you got to believe he has his eyes on Magomedov. Anybody coming out of Khabib's school, as more often than not, you pick up one of those guys and they do real damage and put on some great highlights for your organization.
He got the back control again. Magomedov is just controlling the ground. Just, oh, what a nice turn.
He's tried that 3 or 4 times.
That was a very slick turn, Oli, huh?
Sometimes the simple stuff works.
Yeah.
Mahir Mamedov here, not going quietly into the night. Great work there by the Kazakh fighter. And just like that, back into the fight, turns him over. And Mamedov is back on bottom. Troublesome there for Mahir Mamedov, who has spent a lot of time on his back here, Oli.
Yeah, he's getting grinded down at the moment, and it's very exhausting, very frustrating. So it takes out of your heart, your lungs, and just your belief.
Like you talked about earlier, you know, create a lot of self-doubt in those type of situations, right? You know, you feel like there's no way around your opponent, and that certainly has creeped into the mind, I can imagine, of Mahir Mamedov.
Yeah, for sure. And I always talk about this as far as preparation and conditioning. It's about fighting away them demons, that self-doubt. The better you've prepared, the less often your brain tells you a negative thought in the fight. And if you haven't prepared properly, there's no running away from it and lying in the fight. Your brain soon starts telling you the messages. And these two guys are very well prepared. So they're both going to be willing to go as far as they need to go to win this fight.
Diving in for the takedown is Magomedov, and he is going to get it there on the second go-round. 90 seconds left here in round number 2. Still championship fights coming up here, as well as Andre Fiallo in our feature bout taking on Stefan Sekulic. That is going to be a special fight, feature bout coming up here at UAE Warriors 24. And then, of course, our title fights following that. We are definitely in here for the long haul, folks. I want to thank everybody for being here with us. Hit us up on our social media. Use your hashtag UAE Warriors 24 and let us know what you think of tonight's proceedings. Say nice things about the commentary, of course. All the other stuff is, you know, say whatever you want. But the commentary, be nice to us, right?
That's right. So, Cyrus, this is a deja vu of the first round. Magomedov is in control, is in the top, is controlling the grappling action.
Daniel, I'll tell you, now more than ever, we got Minotauro in the house, man. Give me a good Minotauro moment or a memory for you of Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira.
Actually, I know him. I trained him many times before. I was trying to wait for him, but he's not looking here at the moment. But, man, it's just so many memories of Minotauro. Fight against Bob Sapp, fight against Mark Coleman.
Yeah.
So many guys, man. Hit hearing. Man, if I need to name all the times this guy make me cry and emotional, man, I'm gonna be here all night long. This is a true legend, man. So
100%.
Rodrigo Minotauro is a true legend, and I respect this guy so much, man. So much love and respect and appreciation for everything he done to the MMA.
And I go to you, Oli, obviously being a heavyweight, seeing what he's done over the years, you got to have immense respect for Rodrigo.
Oh, such a legend, an amazing career, but also just a human being as well. You know, it comes across in the interviews and you see what a person is, and that really stands the test of time along with the career achievements he's made.
And by the way, he's so humble, man. He's so like it's hard to talk about Rodrigo, man, because he's a legend, not just for the fighting community, but in Brazil, for everyone, man. He's just a Brazilian who everyone respects.
Yep, 100% Minotauro fight team. You see them all over the place. He has left his stamp on the sport forever. And of course, his brother Rogerio as well. Fantastic little nog. And but yeah, all the stars have come out without a doubt, as you see the camp there for Magomed Magomedov. And folks, third and final round here. Does Mahir Mamedov have something up his sleeve? Boy, he better dig down deep. He better find the kitchen sink and everything else, because he's going to need it against this wrestling machine that is Magomed Magomedov.
Yeah, Mamedov needs to do something else. He's behind.
Magomedov has this this new kind of very common with Russian style of not really a submission game, not ground and pound game. He'll control you. He'll work ground and pound, very low risk ground and pound, and hope you give him a submission. He's looking for a free submission.
That's right, yeah.
Very successful style in modern MMA.
They are butting heads here in the middle. Here comes Magomedov. He tries very, very hard, able to stuff that takedown for the moment. The problem is, once you stuff one, another one's going to be coming up very, very quickly after. Magomedov trying to show us some of that stand-up.
And I don't see Mahir Mamedov trying to anything different to change this scenario. He's just behind the scorecards. And
yeah, he just seems to be positioned and to just box. Not really kick, not really wrestle. He just seems positioned to box. And that's not enough in this situation.
And we know, Ali, like, when you're behind 2 rounds, man, you need to give everything in the 3rd round, man. Like,
yeah, and you kick the calf, the hands start working. You start using the hands, the takedowns start working.
Yeah.
But if you only use one thing, we're all at a level where we can defend to a certain degree in one-dimensional, one system.
Absolutely.
But you know, he's won 19 fights doing this, so I can't really criticize too much.
Yeah, like, this is a pretty impressive record, guys.
Yeah.
Like, 19 wins and 1 loss.
And he gets some tough competition as well, but still just on the regional scene. And once you get into international waters, the whole game changes.
For sure.
This is the first time fighting outside of Kazakhstan as well. I mean, you know, he's not fighting around the house. You know, he doesn't get to go sleep in his own bed. You got to make that travel, and that makes a big difference.
He's risked it all today coming to do this, and I appreciate that. I respect it a lot. You got to find out at some point where you're at.
Oh, there's nobody wanting to fight Magomed Magomedov. I can tell you that right now. Nobody wants to tangle with this guy because they know what they're in for, and most likely it's going to be 15 minutes of this. Exactly what he's experiencing
and
right
Magomedov
now.
is I say only 5-0. It's not even like you're going to gain loads in the terms of numbers, so it's a very, very risky prospect to take on.
Well, as we continue on this one-sided domination here from Magomed Magomedov.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crowd not necessarily getting too perked up right now, but it is just, you know, fighting for your life in there for Mamedov.
Yeah, Magomedov just showing a lot of grappling skills to control, and he's just been patient. I believe he could try to finish this fight, but somehow Mamedov is defending well. He's defending well, so
it's not always as pleasing on the eye as it could be, and I like to see a bit more aggression near the end of the fight, and maybe try and get that stoppage.
Yes, maybe like a ground and pound or something, you know. Just what a great opportunity, guys. You have so many VIPs, so many great people in the house. Like, it's time to do something else, not only win. We understand win is a win, but in some cases we need to do a little bit more, right?
Agreed. And I think that's something if he doesn't get the finish here, he's going to regret.
Sometimes the opportunity's only once, guys. We never know.
Got to shoot your shot when the opportunity arises.
That's right.
Shots to the body here. Great stuff here by Magomedov, who is systematically just dismantling slowly but surely Mahir Mamedov. But Mamedov, the warrior that he is, not submitting, and continues to fight out there as referee Mark Goddard looks on at this crowd here at the Jiu-Jitsu arena.
He really needs to open that guard up, doesn't he, Daniel? He's just sitting there with closed guard. It's not helping him.
He's not gonna do much there. He's just blocking, trying to block the punches, but he needs to put his foot on the hips, try to bring the fight standing up again. Like, he's just accepting, like he's...
It seems like he wants to get to the end now, and I understand, but...
He's just trying to survive and finish the fight, and it'll be finished. That's what I think.
A good hammer fist going in now, a good finish to the round, and 3 rounds of pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it was. And this is where this fight will end. One-sided beatdown here by Magomed Magomedov in his debut here for UAE Warriors. You know, certainly picked up the win and adds to that record, but is it enough to maybe vault him to the next level? Who knows? Should he have done a little bit more to get that finish? Who knows? Very, very good possibility.
I would say not quite yet. I think he needs another one.
Yeah, we need to understand that a loss sometimes is good for the athlete.
You find out, you find out who you are.
Yes, you put things together, you humble yourself,
We say winning's easy. Handling a win is easy. Because it just happens and it just feels good. There's no thought process involved. But when you lose, you have to evaluate, you have to assess and review and change.
I totally agree, Ollie. As athletes, we know, man. We are athletes, and we know how it is. And I hope he put himself together, see what's his mistakes, and come back stronger.
So I mean, I've known fighters that had great records, got their first loss and didn't come back, never came back because they couldn't.
Yeah, they couldn't process that thing. I know.
And as I say in boxing a lot, though, the legends are made after they lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. All 3 judges see it the same. 30-26 for your winner by unanimous decision, Magomed Magomedov.
Anyways, Ollie, 19